Hello friends, good morning. So we were discussing the contribution of different scientists to the so to the in the development of microbiology, and up till now we discuss about the first main two contributors, that is the Antony van Leeuwenhoek and Louis Pasteur. As we discussed this Antony van Leeuwenhoek, he was a pioneer of microbiology. Just a minute. He was a pioneer of microbiology. He discovered the simple microscope, and through his microscope, he was the person who firstly observed microorganism, and he named these microorganism as a little animalcules. At the same time, he was the person who gives a written proof or who describe organism on a paper. So that was the first person who gave his valuable contribution to the science of microbiology. And now second is Louis Pasteur. As we discussed, Louis Pasteur was honored as a father of microbiology because as though he was a French chemist, his all contributions are given to the science of microbiology. He was the person who firstly described the process of fermentation. Secondly, he was the person who explains germ theory of the disease. We all discussed these points in the last lecture. He was the person who explains active immunization. At the same time, he developed vaccine against the cholera. That was the first vaccine discovered. Then nextly, he also discovered the vaccine of rabies, and he tried that vaccine on the human body. So a number of at the same time, he was the person who gives conclusive remark on the controversy of the spontaneous generation. So number of contributions are given by Louis Pasteur that we have already discussed in last lecture. And now let us see further scientists who gives their valuable contribution in the development of microbiology. Now third person is Robert Koch. Now what type of work performed by Robert Koch and how he develops the science of microbiology. Here Robert Koch lived in Germany. His period is 1843 to 1910. He was a well-known German microbiologist, a famous microbiologist working in a city of the German. He was a general practitioner, and he was honored as a founder of modern bacteriology. He was the person who worked with the pathogen. He was the person who worked with the disease causing organism. While observing different diseased patients suffering from different types of disease, he isolated these organisms. He isolated the disease pathogens, which are the disease causing. He identified different causative agents of different diseases like tuberculosis, cholera, anthrax, as well as gives a strong experimental support for the germ theory of the disease that was explained by Louis Pasteur. After the Louis Pasteur, Robert Koch was the second person who also support the germ theory of the disease. What is germ theory of disease? Germ theory of disease is nothing but diseases are caused by different germs. Germs are the bacteria. So that theory was explained by Louis Pasteur, and that same theory was supported by Robert Koch also. While studying different diseases, he successfully isolated causative agents of the different diseases. In 1876, he isolated the organism causing anthrax. It is a disease observed generally in case of grazing animal like sheep and grass grazing animals like sheep and goats. This anthrax was caused by the organism he named as a Bacillus anthracis. Robert Koch isolated this organism and named it as a Bacillus anthracis. In 1882, he studied the disease tuberculosis in human body, and he isolated the organism causing this tuberculosis, and he named it as a Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And in 1883, just after 1 year, he isolated pathogen causing cholera, and he named that pathogen as Vibrio cholera. So on his name, he was credited for the isolation of these three pathogens. A pathogen causing anthrax as a Bacillus anthracis, pathogen causing tuberculosis as Mycobacterium tuberculosis and pathogen causing Vibrio cholera. So credit of isolation of this pathogen goes to the Robert Koch. Now for his work on the tuberculosis, he was honored by the Nobel Prize in 1905 for the work on the isolation of tubercle bacilli. So that is his remarkable achievement. He was honored by the Nobel Prize in 1905 for the isolation of this organism Mycobacterium tuberculosis causing the tuberculosis. So this is the first contribution of Robert Koch regarding the pathogen. While isolating pathogen, while studying different patients and their positive and their diseases with their causative agent, he came to certain conclusion, and these conclusions he named as a Koch postulates. Which are these Koch postulates? Now, just a minute. So, these Koch postulates are very famous postulates which are accepted, and these Koch postulates are the strong proof for the germ theory of the disease. Let us see which are these postulates. Here, these are the Koch postulates. Here, now while studying the disease, he observed some observations, and he write this observation as a Koch postulates. Which are these Koch postulates? That you generally observe that if there is any disease in a human body, the causative organisms or the pathogen of a disease or usually reside in the lesion of the disease. म्हणजे एखादा जर डिसीज झाला असेल तर त्याच्यासाठीचे पॅथोजेन्स जे आहेत ज्याच्यामुळे डिसीज झालाय त्याचे जे रोगजंतू आहेत हे त्या बॉडीमध्ये राहतात. त्या बॉडीमध्ये जिथं अफेक्ट झालेली आहे बॉडी, जिथं डिसीज झालेला आहे त्या पार्टमध्ये हे पॅथोजेन्स सापडतात. हे त्याचं पहिलं पॉस्टुलेट होतं. द मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम्स मस्ट बी फाउंड इन अबंडन्स इन ऑल ऑर्गॅनिझम्स सफरिंग फ्रॉम द डिसीज बट शुड नॉट बी फाउंड इन हेल्दी ऑर्गॅनिझम. त्याचं म्हणणं होतं की ज्याच्यामध्ये डिसीज झालं त्या बॉडीमध्ये तुम्हाला डिसीज कॉझिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम हे सापडतात किंवा दे आर अबंडंट म्हणजे खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात ते त्या बॉडीमध्ये राहतात. तेच जर तुम्ही एखादी हेल्दी बॉडी घेतली विच इज नॉट डिसीज इन दॅट बॉडी देर वी डझंट ऑब्झर्व द ऑर्गॅनिझम्स. ह्या फिगरमध्ये त्यांनी ह्या कोच postulate एक्सप्लेन केलंय. सपोज दिस animal was diseased, from that body these pathogens are isolated, आणि हा जो animal आहे which is healthy ह्याच्या बॉडीमध्ये मात्र तुम्हाला पॅथोजन दिसत नाही. Then second postulate is organism must be isolated from the diseased person and grow in a pure culture. असे जर ऑर्गॅनिझम तुम्ही आयसोलेट केले एखाद्या डिसीज्ड बॉडी मधून तर ते आपल्याला लॅबमध्ये आणून कल्चर करता येतात. वी कॅन ग्रो दिस ऑर्गॅनिझम in the pure culture form. So this is the pure culture of this organism isolated from the diseased body. So this is second postulate. दुसऱ्या postulate मध्ये काय म्हटलं त्यांनी की एखाद्या बॉडी मधून जेव्हा तुम्ही पॅथोजेन्स काढता तेव्हा ते पॅथोजेन्स लॅब मध्ये तुम्हाला कल्टिवेट करता येतात in the form of pure culture. So you can obtain the pure culture of organism from this disease causing organism isolated from the diseased body. So this is the second postulate. तिसऱ्या postulate मध्ये काय सांगितलं त्यांनी, हे जे प्युअर कल्चर तुम्ही लॅब मध्ये तयार केले दॅट प्युअर कल्चर इफ इट वॉज इंजेक्टेड इन टू द सेकंड होस्ट, दुसऱ्या बॉडीमध्ये जर हे प्युअर कल्चर तुम्ही इंजेक्ट केलं तर दॅट बॉडी सफर्स फ्रॉम द सेम डिसीज. ह्या बॉडीमध्ये पण तोच डिसीज होतोय. सो द थर्ड पॉस्टुलेट इज द कल्चर्ड ऑर्गॅनिझम शुड कॉज डिसीज वेन इंट्रोड्युस्ड इन टू द हेल्दी ऑर्गॅनिझम. एक प्युअर कल्चर तुम्ही जर हेल्दी बॉडीमध्ये इंट्रोड्यूस केलं तर इट कॉज द सेम डिसीज. सो दॅट इज हाऊ ही शो द रोल ऑफ दिस पॅथोजेन्स इन द डिसीज. At the same time, the last postulate of the Robert Koch is this same organism we can obtain from the second body. ह्या सेकंड बॉडी मधून जर पुन्हा कल्चर काढलं तुम्ही तर you will get the same organism that was isolated from the first body. So the last postulate is the organisms must be re-isolated from the inoculated diseased experimental host. This is experimental host which was inoculated by this pure culture. From that experimental host we can re-obtain same organism. So that is the last postulate, and with the help of this postulate, he gives a strong evidence that germ theory of the disease is true. That is, organism causes or pathogen or causative agent or bacteria are responsible for the disease. So these are the famous Koch postulates, which are the milestone in the medical microbiology or bacteriology. So for these postulates, he was honored by the Nobel Prize in 1905. So that is about the Koch postulates. Now, next person. So these are some other contributions. Sorry, these are some. These are some other contributions of the Robert Koch. Along with the isolation of pathogen, Robert Koch also invented some other inventions. While isolating the pathogen from the human body, he also discovered some other काय म्हणे आपण discoveries. He also gives some other discoveries related to the isolation of pathogen. तो जेव्हा आयसोलेट करत होता तेव्हा त्याला काही नवीन गोष्टी मिळाल्या. आयसोलेशन म्हणजे काय, तर आयसोलेशन इज द सेपरेशन ऑफ एनी बॅक्टेरिया. इन दिस केस he separated pathogen, disease causing organism. So separation of the disease causing organism from the diseased host. एखादा ॲनिमल किंवा रॅट असेल, एखादा एक्सपेरिमेंटला ॲनिमल असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये झालेला डिसीज मधून ऑर्गॅनिझम आयसोलेट करताना त्याला काही नवीन गोष्टी मिळून गेल्या. कुठल्या कुठल्या, तर ही इंट्रोड्युस्ड मीडिया. Actually, this culture media, pour plate method, all this is the syllabus. Further, we will going to discuss. आता तुम्ही एवढं फक्त लक्षात ठेवा की he introduced media, culture media. He was the person who designed culture media. These are the media, or this is the nutrient or food material required for the cultivation of organism. So, Koch is the person who designed the media, first time designed the culture media. He was the person who uses pour plate method. He was the person who designed the pour plate method for the culturing bacteria. Bacteria culture करायसाठी एक मेथड त्यांनी डिझाईन केली, त्याला नाव दिलं pour plate method. This method we will see in our नेक्स्ट सिलेबस. पुढच्या सिलेबस मध्ये आपण ही मेथड स्टडी करणार आहे. इव्हन सेम मेथड वॉज इन्क्लुडेड फॉर युअर प्रॅक्टिकल सिलेबस. त्यामुळे हे जे क्रेडिट आहे कल्चर मीडिया आणि पोर प्लेट मेथड, दिस वॉज गोज टू द रॉबर्ट कोच. Then next is Koch also developed media suitable for growing bacteria isolated from the body. As I told, he developed the media for growing bacteria. Here, he also developed nutrient broth and nutrient agar. This nutrient broth and nutrient agar, these are the media till we are using for all our general purpose. आपण प्रॅक्टिकल साठी ह्या सर्रास वापरणाऱ्या मीडिया आहोत. यांची नावं काय, न्यूट्रिएंट ब्रॉथ अँड न्यूट्रिएंट अगर. These media are given by Robert Koch. At the same time, the components for these media like meat extract, protein digest, it was also given by the Robert Koch. Robert Koch ने पहिल्यांदा ह्या मीडियाच्या कंपोनेंटही दिले आणि मीडियाचे कंपोजिशनही दिलं. So he was the person who develops the culture media. Then he introduced method for isolation of bacteria in the pure culture. बॅक्टेरिया सेपरेट करणे म्हणजे आयसोलेट करणे, ही मेथड कुणी दिलं, रॉबर्ट कोचने. ही ऑल्सो डिझाईन द मेथड फॉर ऑब्झर्विंग मोटिलिटी ऑफ द ऑर्गॅनिझम, हाऊ ऑर्गॅनिझम्स आर शोईंग देअर मोशन. that was described by Robert Koch, and for that reason he designed a method called as hanging drop technique. This is new for you and we will study this technique in our practical. So here I am not going to explain this method. You will come across this method while performing your practical. So Robert Koch was the person who explains hanging drop technique to observe the motility. He introduced the staining techniques. Here all of you remembered that we have already discussed about the staining procedures. So first staining technique was explained by Robert Koch. So credit of staining technique goes to the Robert Koch. Lastly, he also invented hot air oven and steam sterilizer that we are routinely using in our laboratory. We have hot air oven in our lab, and that design of hot air oven was explained by Robert Koch. Steam sterilizer is also called as autoclave. The design of steam sterilizer is also was also explained by Robert Koch. He introduced the method for the he introduced method to find out the efficacy of antiseptics. Antiseptics, how they are powerful, how to test the efficiency of antiseptic was also explained by Robert Koch. And last is, he also invented sporulation and germination. These are the two procedures observed in case of the temperature resistant bacteria. So he also explains sporulation and germination in temperature resistant bacteria. So these are number of contributions of the Robert Koch, and this was the person just after the Louis Pasteur. He gives number of contribution to the development of microbiology. So this is about the Robert Koch. Now let us see next person after the Robert Koch, who gives his contribution to the science of microbiology, and the person is Dmitry Ivanovsky. Now, who is that person? Dmitry Ivanovsky, and what type of contribution given by this person? Here in 1864 to 1920, he lived in Russia, country Russia. He was a Russian botanist, and he was well known for the discovery of virus. Dmitry Ivanovsky was well known, was remembered for the discovery of virus. And all of you know what is virus. Virus are the intracellular obligatory particles. These are intracellular obligatory, small intracellular obligatory particles. These are the bridge between living and non-living. So this virus is first time virus was described by Antony Dmitry Ivanovsky, and the first virus he discovered is of tobacco mosaic disease. This is the disease of tobacco leaves, and while studying this disease on the tobacco plant, as he was a botanist, he was studying tobacco leaves, and while observing tobacco, diseased tobacco, he observed that there is a filterable agent found in the leaves which is responsible for this disease, and that agent he named as a tobacco mosaic virus. So that was the first event when virus was explained. Here in his experiment, what he did, ही कलेक्ट द डिसीज्ड टोबॅको लिव्स. टोबॅको मीन्स तंबाखूची पानं घेतली त्यांनी ज्याच्यावर डिसीज आलेला होता. ही क्रश दॅट लिव्स अँड प्रिपेअर द सोल्युशन. ती लिव्स त्यांनी लॅबमध्ये आणली, ती क्रश केली, ग्राइंड केली आणि त्याचं सोल्युशन तयार केलं. ही फिल्टर्ड दॅट सोल्युशन. हे फिल्टर केलं सोल्युशन अँड दॅट फिल्ट्रेट, हे जे फिल्ट्रेट होतं दॅट फिल्ट्रेट ही स्प्रेड ऑन द हेल्दी लिव्स. त्यांनी ते फिल्ट्रेट काय केलं, हेल्दी तंबाखूच्या पानांवर त्यांनी ते फवारलं. अँड ही आफ्टर सम डेज ही ऑब्झर्व दॅट ऑल दॅट लिव्स आर बिकम डिसीज. सो दॅट इज द experiment. While performing that experiment, he observed that the agent responsible for tobacco mosaic disease is present in that leaves, and he named it as a virus. So Dmitry Ivanovsky was remembered for the discovery of tobacco mosaic virus. So that is about the discovery of the Dmitry Ivanovsky. After that Ivanovsky, next and very important person is Joseph Lister. He lived between 1827 to 1912. He was a surgeon, British surgeon, as well as he was a scientist. He born in 1827, 1st April 1827 in England. He was from the medicine and surgery. He was a well-known surgeon of that period, and he was honored as a father of modern surgery that we are using. That today, that modern surgery was the invented or pioneered by this Joseph Lister. So he is quite different contribution given by Joseph Lister. His contribution is for the medical microbiology and especially for the surgery. He was a person whose name was attached to the antiseptic surgery. Now, what type of contribution given by Louis Pasteur? Joseph Lister. Joseph Lister was the person who explains antiseptic surgery. Now, what is antiseptic surgery? That before the Joseph Lister, normally surgery was performed in open air, but this Joseph Lister was the person who performed first surgery in the carbolic acid spray. Carbolic acid is nothing but phenol. So he was the person who uses phenol spray during the surgery, and that is the antiseptic surgery. When he uses phenol, as you know, phenol is one of the good antiseptic, so he uses that antiseptic in the surgery room, surgical area, and he got success. That patient get cured, and that is the first event. When that first event was named as a antiseptic surgery, so he was remembered for his antiseptic surgery. Now using carbolic acid as an antiseptic agent, he developed technique of applying it when combined with the heat resistant instrument. मग त्यासाठी त्यांनी काय केलं की सर्जरीसाठी इन्स्ट्रुमेंट वापरण्याची ती हीट केली आणि हे स्प्रेमध्ये स्प्रे देऊन ती and sterile instrument त्यांनी सर्जरीसाठी वापरली. And he observed that a dramatic decrease in the पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव्ह मॉर्टॅलिटी. पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव्ह मॉर्टॅलिटी म्हणजे ऑपरेशन झाल्यानंतर जे मृत्यूचं प्रमाण होतं ते एकदम कमी झालं आणि पेशंट दगावायचे कमी झाले. सो दॅट इज द सक्सेस ऑफ द स्टोरी. हिअर ही वॉज द पर्सन हू invented practice of using phenol or antiseptic while the surgery, and which is helpful for the decreasing rate of mortality. Mortality rate म्हणजे मृत्यूदर कमी करण्यासाठी त्याला हे अँटीसेप्टिक वापरणं किंवा अँटीसेप्टिक वापरण्याची प्रोसिजर त्यांनी चालू केली. त्यालाच म्हटलं अँटीसेप्टिक सर्जरी. आजही आपण हीच मेथड वापरतो. फिनॉल इज आयडियल स्टरलायझिंग एजंट till we are using during the surgery. So that is the first remarkable contribution of the Joseph Lister. In 1878, he developed pure cultures of the bacteria by serial dilution. This is one of the method we are routinely using for our practical serial dilution. You will also came across this serial dilution during the practical as well as during the different theory syllabus. So serial dilution was explained by this Joseph Lister. This serial dilution is a method to obtain the pure culture. आता मी इथे एक्सप्लेन करत नाही. ही मेथड आपण थेरीला ॲज वेल ॲज प्रॅक्टिकलला बघणार आहे. ॲट द व्हाईल मेकिंग द सिरियल डायल्युशन ही युजेस मिल्क सॅम्पल. त्यांनी काय केलेलं, मिल्क सॅम्पल घेतलं and he performed the serial dilution of the milk sample until single bacterium will remain in the milk. मिल्क मध्ये एकच बॅक्टेरिया राहीपर्यंत ते मिल्क त्याने डायल्यूट केलं. and he designed the method for dilution. त्याला त्याने नाव दिलं serial dilution. So serial dilution of milk sample was performed by Joseph Lister and till single organism will remain in the milk sample. एकच ऑर्गॅनिझम मिल्क मध्ये राहीपर्यंत त्याने ते डायल्यूट केलं. At the same time, he named that organism isolated from the milk sample as a bacterium lactis. त्यांनी नाव दिलं त्या ऑर्गॅनिझमला जो मिल्क मधून त्यांनी आयसोलेट केला. नाव काय दिलं, बॅक्टेरियम लॅक्टिस. नाउ वी आर सेइंग दिस ऑर्गॅनिझम ॲज अ लॅक्टोबॅसिलस. आज आपण त्याचं नाव काय केलं, लॅक्टोबॅसिलस. त्याचंच फक्त रिनेम केलं. लॅक्टो मीन्स this lactobacillus is the organism present in the milk sample, so it is called as bacterium lactis. So these are the contributions of the Joseph Lister. This person is famous for the antiseptic surgery. Joseph Listerचं नाव घेतलं की सगळ्यात महत्वाचं येतं ते अँटीसेप्टिक सर्जरी. दुसरं महत्वाचं येतं ते सिरियल डायल्युशन. अँड नेक्स्ट इज द ऑर्गॅनिझम आयसोलेशन ऑफ द ऑर्गॅनिझम, दॅट इज द bacterium lactis. So this is about Joseph Lister. Now we will stop here. There are number of other Antony van Leeuwenhoek, Robert Koch, Louis Pasteur, Joseph Lister are the four main contributions. Still there is 4 to 5 different contributors are included in your syllabus, but they have some minor contributions, so you can just read them. 1 to 2 lines are there, you just read and got their contributions. So that is about the history of microscopy, history of microbiology. ह्याच्या पुढचे जे सायंटिस्ट आहेत अगदी 1-2 ओळी आहेत ते आपण नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला डिस्कस करणार आहे. मेन 4 कॉन्ट्रीब्युटर्स आहेत ॲज आय टोल्ड. कोणते कोणते, जस्ट अ मिनिट. Main contributors are Antony van Leeuwenhoek. As I told, he was a pioneer of microbiology. He gave the term animalcule. He was the person who developed simple microscope आणखीन कंपाऊंडिंग ऑफ लेन्सेस एकत्र करणं हे ह्यांनी सुरुवात केली. ही वॉज द पर्सन हू फर्स्ट ऑब्झर्व मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम अँड हू डिस्क्राईब द बॅक्टेरिया. हे झालं रॉबर्ट अँटनी व्हॅन लिव्हनॉव. आफ्टर दॅट सेकंड अँड व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट पर्सन इज लुई पाश्चर. लुई पाश्चर मध्ये काय काय लक्षात ठेवणार, ही वॉज द फादर ऑफ मायक्रोबायोलॉजी. Nextly, he was connected to the fermentation. He explains fermentation. Then he also explained the pasteurization, active immunization, and vaccination. He developed vaccines. त्यांनी काय काय डेव्हलप केलं? Vaccines, chicken pox and rabies vaccine he developed. Then he also explained febrile disease of the silkworm, germ theory of the disease he explained. Then next person is Robert Koch. As we discussed, Robert Koch is famous for his Koch postulate. At the same time, he was the person who isolated pathogens like Bacillus anthracis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Vibrio cholerae. At the same time, he was known for his famous Koch postulates. Then next is he also developed the method for cultivation of organism. He also explained the method called pour plate method. He also designed the method for observing bacteria under microscope. He designed staining technique as well as he designed the hanging drop method for observing motility. He also explains sporulation germination. So that is about the Robert Koch. And next person is Dmitry Ivanovsky. He was well known for the discovery of tobacco mosaic virus. Last is Joseph Lister. He was well known, remembered for his antiseptic surgery. So that's all about the major contributors of the microbiology. And in next lecture we will see remaining all scientists who discover the different who gives different inventions to the science of microbiology. For this time we stops here. Thank you.